Hey guys, what's up? This is actually going to be the first video on my channel. I wasn't really sure what to do for the first video. I figured a manga haul was the best way to start it out. That way you guys can kind of see what I'm picking up, what I'm interested in, and that way you can kind of see the series that I'm going to be making videos on in the future, because I do plan on making reviews on the series that I am picking up, because as you'll see, a lot of them aren't super long, so I'll probably be able to start reviewing a few of them as I finish them. So as you can see in front of me, there's actually a lot of volumes here. I want to say I usually don't pick up this many volumes, but there's about 4 or 5 volumes from before March, but everything else is from this month. A lot of it's just new series that I've wanted to pick up and catching up on other series. And I'll get into a little bit more of that as we get into the video. Okay, so with the introduction out of the way, I'm going to clear off all the books that are on this table here, and we'll start to go through them one by one, and I'll show you guys what I picked up this month. So the order in which I'm going to show you the series I picked up is going to be in order of publisher. I think that's a good way just to show it off to you guys, because I feel like mostly the publishers tend to publish kind of the same thing. So yeah, so I'll go by publisher. I'll start out with series that I'm continuing, and then I'll finish off with new series if there are any from the publisher, and we'll just go through the list like that. All right, to start it off, we're gonna go into vertical. I only got one title from this publisher this month, and that is Dissolving Classroom by Junji Ito. Don't crucify me in the comments, but this is actually my first Junji Ito book. I don't know why I've had so many of his series on my radar over the years, but I just never got around to it, and I saw this at some secondhand bookstore. I forget which one it even was, for like $5, so I just picked it up. I read it, wasn't terrible, wasn't great, but I definitely want to pick up some of his more other series because I hear this one isn't one of his greatest. Alright, and now that we're finished with Vertical, I'm gonna hop into Tokyo Pop. This is another publisher I only picked up one series for, and that is Battle Royale. So for Battle Royale, I picked up volume 1, 2, 3, 4, and 7. I got this on eBay. They're all used. Some of them are in better condition than others, but I picked up all 5 volumes for $25, I want to say. And as you see, as the months go on, one of my favorite things to do and be a part of in the hobby is hunt down harder to find series and just add it to my collection. So you will see me pick up harder to find manga every now and then, rarer manga, because I do like to go out and try to find some of these series and complete the collection. It's one of my favorite parts of the hobby. So next up, going into our bigger publishers, I guess you could say, I am going to show you what I got from Kodansha this month. So first off, which I'm continuing on with the series, is Fire Force. I got volume 11, which I'm reading, as you can see now, volume 12, and volume 13. I was planning on stopping at 10, which is what I had up to. I was just reading it as I continued buying another series because I wanted to have a bunch of it as I got into it, but 10 ended on such a cliffhanger that I picked up some more, and yeah, I'm really enjoying the story. The fan service in volume 11 kind of threw me out of it a little bit because there was so much great stuff going on with the plot, and then volume 11 happened and it just took me out of it, so I actually stopped reading it and read a few of my other volumes, but I'm definitely going to get back into it because I am enjoying the series. Okay, and last up from Kodansha, this is a new series for me, that is Blue Lock. I am a huge fan of sports manga. I read as many of them as I can, and I also played soccer all the way up through college, so I'm really excited to start this. I haven't read it yet. I kind of want to get a few more volumes before I start it because anytime I read a sports manga, I end up flying through it. So not reading this yet, but I'm definitely excited to get into it. Alright, so next up we have Yen Press, which typically I don't feel like I pick up anything from Yen Press, but this month I happen to. This is another find I got on eBay. I think I paid $20 for the series, maybe less. It's Durara, pretty old series, I want to say. It was super cheap because Volume 1 was damaged, but I already had Volume 1, so really, I don't really care if it's damaged as long as I got the other volumes. And I'm really putting an emphasis this year on trying to finish off some of these titles I've had for years, because I've been collecting since I want to say 2016, 2015, and I've had so many series over the years I just haven't finished. So this year I'm really focusing on trying to complete some of these series. And I forgot to mention that last clip, something fun I wanted to do for the year, and tying into the goal that I mentioned of trying to finish as many series as I can that I already have in my collection. I'm hoping by the end of the year to complete 20 series, so I have an additional 20 series completed in my collection. I'm thinking I'm going to keep a tally in these videos for the manga hauls so you guys can keep track with me, and we'll see by the end of the year if I complete 20 and if I hit the goal or not. So yeah, after that little tangent there, next up we have Soul Eater. We got volumes 8 through 11 here. Honestly, this is a series I'm really focused on picking up right now because I feel like these singles are going to go out of print soon, and I really don't like the perfect editions. Not that I don't like them, they're really good quality, but I love the covers and the spines on these, so I'm really trying to finish it off before it starts going out of print, which if you're collecting it as well and haven't finished it, I would pick it up, because I feel like with the perfect editions, the single volumes are going to be really hard to find within a year or two. So that's all for Yen Press. Next up is Dark Horse, another publisher I only got one series for. That is Blade of the Immortal. I got volume 6 of the omnibus and volume 7. I'm slowly getting through the series. I think I'm on the 5th omnibus right now, and I don't know, this series got really hyped up back in like 2015, 2014, when I was really getting into the collecting aspect of manga, and it's really not living up to the hype. I'm going to give it a shot, continuing it and probably finishing it at this point because I'm already so close, but let me know in the comments what you guys think of it, because I really don't think it's that great. It's pretty average. I'm not saying it's bad, but there's definitely better series out there at what it does and the story it's trying to tell. Okay, with Dark Horse out of the way, everything else is Viz. I don't know how it happened, but pretty much I haven't been collecting super heavily for the past like 2 years. So this month I was just picking up series that have been coming out, I guess, since I haven't really been collecting. And all of them happen to be Viz pretty much. The only series I have kept up with in the time is One Piece. And here we got 107, which is one of the volumes I picked up a month prior. I don't remember when, but I remember I picked that up previously. And then this month we picked up 108, which great volume if you've read it. Great backstory, great flashback. The flashback in this was so good. Okay, and this you won't see too often in these because I kind of only pick them up when I find them for a good deal. That is One Piece Volume 4 in the gold foil. These are pretty hard to find. If you know what they are, you know what they are. They are hard to find. But if not, it's pretty much a first printing of One Piece. They only did them for about the first 24 volumes, I want to say. It's pretty much up till the end of Alabasta arc. And what it is, it's the same thing as a normal volume, except all of the trim on it is gold. They're pretty hard to find nowadays because, just like anything, first printings are harder to find, and the price for these is all over the place. I believe I paid $10 for this, around there, and after you pay, there's usually a bar underneath that'll give you related items, and I'll always check it just to see if there's other ones of these, because I'm trying to complete the collection. And in that bar I saw 5 other volume 4s that were listed for like $150, so it's just insane. Don't get scammed. Don't pay $150 for one of these. I only pick them up if they're under retail, and I've just been slowly picking them up as the years have gone on. So yeah, really cool. Love to add to my collection. I'm always so happy when I pick up one of these. So I might as well just show you the other series that I picked up prior to March, just to get them out of the way, just so you can see it. Black Clover, I got the first 4 volumes. When I was not really into manga as much over the past 2 years, I got an itch at one point just to read some like typical shonen, and this is what I picked up, and it fulfilled the role I wanted it to. So great series. Definitely plan on picking more of it up. I heard it's ending soon, so I want to pick it up and hopefully catch up before the end, but we'll see. Alright, and the last thing I picked up prior to this month is Full Metal Alchemist Volume 1 of the Full Metal Edition, I would think they're called. So the printing of this is just so good. The quality is amazing on it. The page quality, everything about it is great, but they're so expensive. I plan on picking obviously the whole series up in this format, but it's definitely going to take a while because it only collects a volume and a half, which I will never understand why they collect volumes in less than 2 volumes, because at that point, why are you even doing it? Why are you collecting a volume and a half in one of these? But it is what it is. I'm glad they printed it because it's a classic and it'll be really cool to have it in a hardcover. Alright, next up we got Real. I got volumes 2 and 3 by Takehiko Inoue, same author as Vagabond, which I have, and Slam Dunk, which I've finished. It's one of my favorite series, and it's also about basketball, so I've read the first volume. I know what it's about. I got these 2. I think I'm going to hold off until I get caught up on reading it because I have a feeling I'm going to want to binge it, but I'm glad to have it, and he's actively writing the series again, which he wasn't the last time I was actively collecting, so it's good to hear. I'm glad to see him back on the series. This next series is another out-of-print series, and by out-of-print, I really mean only Volume 9 is out of print, and that's Ikigami, The Ultimate Limit. I got Volumes 3 and 10. Usually, if there's a series that I'm collecting and a volume is super out of print, which in this case it's Volume 9, every other volume you could pretty much get for retail, but Volume 9, I've been looking, and the cheapest price I've seen for it is like $80. And typically when that happens, I just won't collect it because I'm not paying $100 for it, and I don't know. I'm not gonna pray that I find it in a used bookstore at some point and pick up all the other volumes. But with this series, it's a little bit different. With this series, not only is it only 10 volumes, so it's only 1 volume and I can collect the rest of it, but from what I've read in Volume 1 and what I've read online from researching it, is it's very episodic and you could kind of skip around and miss volumes. So I'm thinking as long as I have Volume 10 with the ending in it, I'm just going to collect the rest, read it, skip Volume 9, and if I find it, I find it. If not, I don't, and I'll call it complete at that. So next up, I have the omnibus of Taiyo Matsumoto's work, Go-Go Monster. Really glad to see this. When I was collecting again, sorry to keep bringing it up, but back 2 years ago when I was actively buying, this series was one of the series that was on my list to read, and it was super out of print. Yeah, because the retail for this is $40, which is actually kind of insane. I would never pay $40 for this. I did not realize that when I paid for it. I think I paid like $25 for it, so if you want to pick this up, check on Amazon because you'd be insane to pay $40 for it. And then next up, another new series, we got Dead Demons. I'm not saying the whole thing, but it's by Inoue Asano. I got volumes 1, 5, and 6. I also got this on eBay. Another eBay deal I got for like 20 bucks. I planned on picking it up eventually anyways, so when I saw it, I figured might as well pick it up. I don't care if I don't have the first 4 volumes or whatever volumes they are, because I'm going to need them all eventually anyways, and I really enjoy doing that when I'm first starting them out. I will look on eBay and other sites to see if I can get in a lot at first for a cheaper deal, which really helps you save money. So I would recommend you do it if you haven't been. You'll find some really good deals that you might not have seen otherwise. And then after that, we got Hell's Paradise. Just a shonen, almost a seinen from what I've read. Like, I read the whole volume, it was good. But I mainly picked it up because it's a pretty short series, and I have so many longer series that I'm trying to get caught up on that I really don't want to get tied down with another super long series. So I picked this up. So this next series might be the one I'm most hyped for this month, and that is Dogs Red Volume 1. So this series, I honestly didn't even hear about it. I didn't know it was coming out. And I was scrolling on Reddit the one day at work, and I saw someone post about this. And I looked into it because it's a sports manga. I love sports mangas. While looking it up, I found out that it's not only a hockey manga, which I find to be super interesting, and I think they could do some really fun things with it, because they could have actual fight scenes in this sports manga if you think about it. Like, they could do so many cool things with it. Plus, my family is super into hockey. My grandfather played hockey all the way through college, and my cousin plays hockey in high school right now. So I'm very in on the hockey scene, I guess you could say. And on top of all that, it's written by the same creator as Golden Kamuy. I don't know. I think it's going to be great. I've heard great things about the other series. I heard it was super funny. I heard it was a seinen manga that pretty much had everything in it. It had comedy, good fight scenes. So I'm super excited to read this. I think this is probably going to be the next video I make. I'm going to do first impressions on it and kind of see how it stacks up to some of the other sports manga I've read. Alright guys, that's everything. I hope you guys enjoyed. I picked up a lot of manga this month. I'm assuming you guys did too, so let me know down below what you guys picked up and if we picked up any of the same series this month. Like I mentioned at the end there, I plan on making a video on Dogs Red just as a first impressions, and I have a few other videos I plan on making throughout the month before the next haul, so it's not just going to be manga hauls on the channel. With that being said, if you guys have any recommendations for videos you want to see me make, leave them down in the comments. It could be anything. It could be reviews on series you saw here. It could be on series you didn't see here. I'll link my MAL down in the description below so you guys can see what I have in my collection, because I have a lot more than just this, obviously. Yeah, subscribe for more. I'll definitely be back with another manga haul at the end of next month, and we'll have some videos in between, and see you guys later.